Hi. Hi, Facebook Live. I'm always surprised. I always surprise myself when it's starting, like a bunch of people are sitting there or something watching me while I'm like picking my nose or fixing my face. Anyways, boy, this is something. I was not sure about this at all. This is crazy. Hi, Kelly. Good to see you. And Kelly Kettle, I always give him a shout out. If you haven't seen, he's got tons of pages, but Wings of Encouragement, one of my favorites. And he's been guiding me through this process of going live and on Facebook and navigating my way through this talks and how to reach people and have an audience for what I have to say or share. I was a bit puzzled about what to talk about. It's so close to the holidays, and I got to tell you, I am coming out of a surgery I had on Tuesday, just 2 days ago. So I felt very tired and have some pain, not a tremendous amount, but some pain. And so I was questioning what I was doing and why I was doing it. And I decided that this was a vision that I had long ago. And Kelly, amongst all of you that have been supporting me and watching me, are encouraging me on this vision. Hi, Mitchell. It's good to see you. Thanks for being there. Always being there. So I kind of was struggling about showing up. And tonight's talk is about getting through the holidays and stress, and I can't imagine something more stressful than having a surgery a week before the holiday and having had an elderly parent in my home that I'd been caring for, and she's only not in my home this week because I'm undergoing recovery myself. So I just can't picture it being more stressful than that. But you know what? That's my stress. And all of our stress is different. And I'm coming to you with that. And you guys have stressors that you're bringing to the holidays, you know. A year ago was the first time we got together for Christmas without my dad. And 4 years ago, my husband lost his father on Christmas Eve. And we were ready to celebrate and had a house full and prepared for that, and he suddenly passed. So we all have something that comes on the holidays that are unexpected. Hi, Ronnie. Please tell me where you're from and shout out. And I love when you guys check in and thank you for the blessings, and I send them right back to you. So just know that, you know, it's a time where the world is lit up and there's joy and there's lights and trees, and these are all the superficial things that are on the outside, but they're also things that are tradition and things that make you happy when you feel sad. And sometimes you need to put a little Christmas tree in your corner. And you know, some years you have this great, amazing tree, and some years you don't have money for a tree. And we all got to get real about, hi, Daryl from Ontario, loving each other through our tough places and through our stress, but loving each other for our differences too. You know, not everyone can afford the trappings and the trimmings of what the TV sells us is supposed to be the holiday. And it's about presents and buying a bunch of stuff that maybe you don't need or your kids will get sick of in 2 minutes like mine always did. But you know what? We're here for bigger, better, and greater things than that. And we have to know it, you know. Nobody's going to come in and tell us that how to live our life right. We'll be guided by so many people in our lives, but we've got to get it right. At least I think so. Hi, Raj from India. Good to see you again. So I want you to tell me a little bit about the stressors that you have facing you walking into this holiday season. Do you have a loved one? One of my best friends' mother is very, very ill in the hospital right now. You know, do you have that as a stressor, you know? Is it financial? Is it your kid? Do you have a kid who's out there on the street and isn't getting sober? I mean, can't get worse than that, right? Hi, Venice. North Carolina. Venice, you checked in before, and I feel like I'm pronouncing your name wrong because I want to say Vanessa, and it's not Vanessa, and it looks like Denise, but with a VA. So tell me if I'm getting it right. This is our first Christmas without Mom. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I totally feel that. A year later, I still feel this emptiness, like something is just not right and missing at our place and our table at our house without my father. So I completely understand. And Terry, I have no kin. And, you know, sometimes we're estranged from family, and we've had a huge estrangement this last year from big parts of our family and big members of our family. And I've been grieving that since March. So that changes things, you know, and I have tons of memories of all the family coming together for the holidays and big celebrations and decorating little trinkets for the kids and baking cookies and all this stuff. And now it's just different, you know, and different is okay. Like, change will always happen. And when we resist change, it's more painful than when we go with it. It's like riding a wave. You know, if you go against that wave, it's going to knock you down. But if you go with it and you surrender, it's easier. I'm not saying we have to like it. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to let go of family and friends. And when things change, we feel that sadness in our hearts. So what's changing in your life facing this, not only this holiday, but the new year too? And maybe what are you looking forward for? Maybe what do you need to let go of? I'd love to hear that from you. Hi, Karen. I miss my mama since I've moved away to another state. Well, I have I call her my adopted daughter. I adopted her in my heart. And she moved away to another state. I don't know if she's watching because it's 3 hours difference, and that girl goes to bed early. So she might be in bed already because she gets up like 5 in the morning. But we've tried to make sure to connect. So we FaceTime and we talk and we send messages and we try to stay connected with each other as much as you can. It doesn't feel the same as having her right around the corner. It'll never feel that way, right? But when someone matters to you, you have to make the effort. Sometimes we get selfish and self-centered. And I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about perfectionism through the holidays, because that stuff is off the hook. That's what drives everyone cuckoo during the holidays, is trying to do it perfect for everybody. And it's never going to happen. We're never going to have a state of perfection in our lives, let alone, you know, in the universe, because it's not possible. So what I'm going to turn this off because there's a glare in the background here. So what I want to say to you is this. We have to do what we can to keep ourselves well during the holidays and reduce our stressors. And when people move away from us or we move away from them, if they matter to us, we have to stay connected. You can't just go, well, gosh, she's never called me, or he doesn't call me anymore, or my friends don't care about me, I haven't heard about them. Because let me tell you, I have lots and lots of friends who are super busy and have full lives, and they're not the type to reach out. And they'll tell me all the time, Gina, it's not my thing to reach out, like, oh, I'm so bad at it. And I'm like, well, the universe keeps attracting to me people that are like that. So that must mean I'm the reacher outer person. I'm the person that has to reach out to others to stay connected. You guys, that's okay. That doesn't mean like, oh, they don't care as much, and why do I always have to care more for people than others? Maybe you have more. And when you have more, give more. That's okay. You're not going to run out of love or care or compassion for other people, right? Really, you're not. So if you're the one that has to put the effort, so what? Put the effort. If it brings you joy at the end of the day and you're connected to your mama or brother or sister or friends or cousin or whoever's moved away or who's distant from you right now for whatever reason, reach back out to them. This is a great time to reach back out. People are just ready to be filled with love and healed during the holidays, and hoping and praying that their loved ones and friends that, hi Jen, that they haven't seen in forever would call them up. Those of you who are like in a feud and haven't talked to someone forever, take the risk and have the courage to pick up that phone and say, I'm done with this. This is ridiculous. We need to talk. Terry, I'm going on the journey to becoming the person I was born to be gender-wise in the future. Thank you, Terry, for sharing that. And that's incredibly brave and incredibly courageous. And it is a journey for you. And you're on a journey and a path and a reason and a purpose. And you get to see that through for you, for your own joy and understanding. And that's a hard one. Family members, it's very, very hard when they're very conservative or religious or have certain beliefs. That's a tough one for family members. And, you know, no one knows your path or your journey or your healing or what's right for you. And sometimes people will go away from us. People will lose their relationship or throw away their relationship because they don't understand. So you stay faithful and follow your path, whatever that is for you. Karen, I love that. And I did call her today. What a blessing. Yay, call her. I call my girl all the time. I'm like, I miss you. It's not the same. And she showed me a picture of soup that she made today because if you missed it earlier, I said I just came out of surgery 2 days ago. Ay. That's a stressor. And she shows me a picture of soup and I'm like, I wish it was here. I want the soup here. Zulma from Florida. Hello. Terry, my family are with God. Okay, Terry, so we send love and prayers and blessing and healing for all of you and all of your family and everybody. Shout right back out to Terry and send him some love. And Monista, my mom has been gone 7 years, husband 6 years, daughter and grandson 5 years. Holidays so hard. I know, it's really weird. We never can control how it's going to be. And sometimes we forget when we lose people like that, when we lose so many people so quickly, like I lost my dad, my best friend within months, the year before that, my aunt and uncle, it was like a series of people that I lost and several people that I lost who migrated or left where the area that I haven't seen in a while. It's very, very hard. So I'm speaking to Monista. And what I want you to know is there's a time here for you to be healed, for you to have the time and you be the center and you be the focus of your world and your healing right now. It is lonely and it's important that you reach out to whoever you have, whether that's friendships, whether that's through church or through the gym or exercise or book club or anything that you can do to stay connected to other people during the holidays. And when you don't have that, something that I do that fills my heart, go volunteer. When I feel the loneliness, I go volunteer. Okay, there's a bunch of food pantries and homeless shelters everywhere, all over the U.S., which is great and unfortunate at the same time. But when I feel the loneliness, I go there because I know what being in need is. And I know that feeling of loneliness. And I can't imagine what it's like for someone to be out on the street during this time, right? So that's a way to heal yourself and get through that loneliness and sadness of losing people in your life. And always know that they're with you in their own way. Everything that they taught you, everything that they said to you that brought you joy, whether it's your grandkid or your husband or your daughter, they said and did things in your life that brought you such joy. Hold on to that. Look at their pictures and remember that. Speak about them often. When we lose people, we got to talk about them. That keeps them alive and real and keeps them here with us and keeps their memory. It's like honoring them over and over again. So I hope that helps, Monista. You're going in surgery first part of January. Mitchell, I wish you nothing but healing and happiness and health through that. I don't know. I'm just like a Timex. My father was a Timex too. We take a licking and we keep on ticking. We just keep coming back from challenges that we're faced with. Karen, yes, ma'am. I love volunteering. It's been forever, but it really does bless you back. Bless you. Every storm runs out of rain. That's right, Daryl. And Terry, thank you for saying it's inspirational to you. I appreciate that. Kelly and my staff at Harmony Heals is putting her number. So if I didn't say, I probably didn't. I'm Gina Tabrizy, licensed marriage and family therapist. I'm doing this as a public service. I'm not acting as a therapist, but I'm giving my experience, strength, and hope and hopes of guiding and helping people through recovery. My cousin Myrna's watching. Hey, girl. That's my little cousin. Well, not little. We're the same age, but I love her. It's like we're little kids together. We grew up together, lived in our first homes together as little girls, so she's like my sister more than my cousin. Harmony Heals Detox and Rehab. I'm co-founder of that and owner, and it's 800-426-5943. My cousin says, oh my God. Okay, 800-426-5943. We're talking about letting go and grief and remembering and honoring the people that you've lost during this time, during the holidays. Public service at its best right here. Thank you, Mitchell. The more that you honor them and talk about them, the more that you're keeping their spirit alive, and their spirit is alive in you. No, it's not the same. No, it's not easy. My clients get mad at me when I tell them these things and I give them this simplistic advice, but it's real advice. It's tangible. You can use it and deal with it and work with it. Nothing is perfect. There's no fix or fast cure for pain, for grief, for sorrow, and for loss. And during the holidays, there's so many beautiful things that are happening, but a lot of scary things that are happening, right? Over 8 years in sobriety, even when mom passed, I promised her. Yay! Keep your promises, especially to a mama, because it matters. And mamas, that's a way of honoring your mama. So Harmony is asking to please consider sharing and inviting friends and families to Harmony. This is a public service. I try to answer your questions. We can't always help you. We're in California. Not everybody can come here, or not everybody meets the criteria to be with us, but we'll guide you to get you places. A lot of you have sent me messages and are asking for help for counseling or other treatment centers or mental health support, and I'm doing the best that I can to answer you. I don't know everything and everyone, but I don't mind researching and asking my friends that I have all over the country to try to help. So that's important, right? We're talking about getting through the stress. Breakups during the holidays, OMG, are extra painful also. You got that right, sister. Jen, you don't even know. So yeah, someone breaking up with you right before the holiday, yeah, that is really painful. And I wish people didn't do that, but part of the reason they do that is looking to the new year and saying, I can't walk into a new year with the same attitude, same relationship, and same feelings. Something in them has changed that they need to move forward with. It might be wrong or right, good or bad, I don't know, but even when you're the person that the person is breaking up with, you've got to look at it and saying, that means the door is opening for something new for me too. And I'm not meant to be in this relationship either. If this person can't stay, love, honor, respect me, be with me 110%, then they're not meant to be part of my world and they need to move on. That's how you have to look at it. It's so painful when people leave, especially now. But they're doing something to liberate and open your doors and open your past so that you're not stuck in a relationship where someone doesn't have your back 110%, because every one of us deserves that. My husband lost his first wife to cancer. He still thinks and talks about her. Sometimes he's hard, but I try to be supportive. Man, that's tough. So her spirit lives on with him in relationship, and he somehow is drawing strength from that. It's okay to talk to him about it if you're sensitive about it and say, it's really hard for me. I know you loved her a lot. But truth be told, you can love more than one person in a lifetime. Different reasons and different seasons. She was there for that first season of his life because that was meant for him to be. But now you're there and you're the important person in his life, and he needs to know and honor and treasure that. Maybe you guys have to find a way together. I mean, he's obviously still grieving, so maybe he still needs to do some counseling and work around his grieving to let her go. But if he's honoring her by telling stories and sharing experiences, then it's like a long lost friend. It's someone who he grew up with and someone that he treasured that he's sharing with you, just like a first love. And nobody ever forgets their first love, right? So try to be gentle with him, but also when you're sensitive to him, say, I love you so much, but right now I can't hear about her, but I respect that you respect her so much, because I know that means you respect me too, right? So I hope that helps. This is your only life. No time to waste. Amen, prima. That's my cousin Myrna. She's giving her advice too. We got a family full of advice, girl. Let me tell you. Is there a central list of marriage counselors who specialize in addiction? Traditional marriage counselors did not address the issues, right? That come with some. Yes, you have to ask when you research for a therapist if they're a certified addiction counselor or if they have experience or training in addiction in addictionology, in addiction therapy? Have they ever treated or worked with addicts and alcoholics? Super important. You have to ask that question. Is there a website for it? No, most people disclose that. So if you go on Psychology Today, or you go on what we have in California is the Association of Marriage and Family Therapists for California, but there's the Association for Marriage and Family Therapists all over the US. You look in their bios and it'll say it like I always say it. I say I treat trauma, addiction, and codependency. That's my wheelhouse. So you should ask and you should get what you need, especially in a counselor. Thank you for listening to everything I found. If you're having the most awful time in life, you find an inner strength you didn't know when you had and can make it through life, isn't a rehearsal. There is no second chances. This is it, you guys. So I got that real clear a year ago. This is it. I got cancer. It was wake up time. I had already trying to live the best life that I could. It's not perfect. It's not freaking perfect at all. I make mistakes. I lose people. I've hurt people. I hurt people I didn't even know I hurt. And then they come back and tell me and I'm like, oh my God. And you know what I do? I make amends. I say I'm sorry. I ask forgiveness. I stay in humility and gratitude. I get on my knees. And you know what? Sometimes people don't forgive you even when you have gratitude, even when you humble yourself, and even when you ask for forgiveness because their heart is cold or their heart has hardened towards you. And you know what? Let them go. They need to go away from you. This is not a time to celebrate and be around people who bring you down, who make you feel less than, not appreciated, not nurtured, not taken care of, not honored and respected. People who make you feel like you're in the way when you're just trying to be in love and kindness and guidance, whether that's parents or kids or cousins or none of my cousins, because my cousins are cool. I love all my cousins if they're watching, and maybe friends, whoever it is. It's okay to walk away from what doesn't serve you. Don't be afraid of that. And if you're not sure how to get through stuff like this, then go talk to a counselor. It's okay. Or call us at Harmony Heal. We'll give you guidance. I just said two websites you could go to is the Association of Marriage and Family Therapists, or Psychology Today, American Psychological Association, and look up clinicians that work with grief, loss, addiction, codependency, whatever it is that you're struggling with, infidelity. That's a huge one. Oh my God, during the holidays, I'm sure there's people out there that are struggling with that, right? So our number again is 800-426-5943. We're in California. Like I said, not everybody is right for us or can come out here, but we want to guide you and get to the places and the people that you need to get to, right? So again, let me know, what are the stressors that you're dealing with? What have you been struggling with? What are you having a hard time letting go of during the holiday? Perfectionism, I said at the beginning, that'll kill you. That will kill anyone. You can set up your home and your environment and have everything perfect and feel like that's what's going to validate you. If you set the right table and have the right tree and your linens match your plates, or what, I don't know, Martha Stewart, I don't know. You can ask her. But if you do things like that, you're seeking validation and joy from a place that will never be filled up. All of those external things will never heal your heart when someone's leaving you, when someone has passed away, if your marriage is ending, if your children are in pain or in the hospital, none of those things. So all that matters is that you love and treasure the people that are right in front of you right now. Mitchell is encouraging you, Karen, to keep your gentle heart and be patient, and he's praying for you. And my cousin says, exactly, whoever puts you down, kiss my booty. Thanks, Myrna. It says kiss my buddy. So I don't know if you edited or my guys edited, but I say booty. I did. Because, hey, come on, let's get real, people. We know what we're talking about here, right? So please honor yourself and respect yourself and stay in front of the people that love you and move away from the people that don't. That is a huge way to reduce stress around the holidays, is not forcing yourself around people who don't feel right anymore to you. And thank you. that you have a huge heart. I do too. And I think most of the people watching have a huge heart too. I eat for comfort. Girl, I'm just going to tell you, I don't know many people that don't, male or female, eat for comfort. You got to watch it if it becomes an addiction. But I got to tell you, sometimes that's why there's a term comfort food. So pay attention to how and why you're eating. But always remember this too. When you overdo it or you overeat, what you're doing is you're disrespecting the body and you're saying you're not worth me taking good care of. It's okay once in a while we have that need or that sadness or anxiety or whatever. We go eat an Oreo cookie or too much of a little bit of a cake or something, or you had that extra piece of lasagna. Okay, but when it's constant and every time that you feel an emotion, you go to food, now we're looking at an addictive behavior. So I want you to tell yourself, I have the right to comfort myself and feel good, and I can do that. And I can do a little piece of cake or a little piece of pie or a little bite of chocolate without abusing myself and my body, because I deserve to be comforted, not sick. And when we overeat or we undereat or restrict eating, we are saying to ourselves, I'm not worth nurturing. And you have every right to nurture yourself, especially when you're sad. Curl up in front of a movie and get a box of tissues and cry your tears out with a box of popcorn. Okay, but if that's the only coping and you do it over and over again, then you're getting lost in the grief, right? So write letters to the people that you've lost and tell them how much you miss, love, and honor them. Go outside, light it on fire, set it off into the universe, tell them that you'll never forgive them. Use, not abuse. Yeah. Use, not abuse. Thank you, Ian. That's another way of putting it. Pie is always good, Mitchell. Pie is always good. And I have a friend, I got to tell you, she once said that she would fall in love with a man who ate a whole pie. And if she's watching, she knows I'm talking about her. So just everything in moderation, you guys. Anything that goes to an extreme is trying to fix an internal problem with an external object, and it will never work. Drugs, alcohol, food, men, women, sex, gambling, shopping. Great. How many shopping addicts are running cuckoo right now through the stores because they're getting validation for their addiction, saying it's no problem, spend more money than you have, because after all, it's the holidays and that's the whole purpose for it, right? So stress, you're bringing stress into your life by doing that. And I used to have a problem with shopping and abuse. Oh, my husband's watching, he knows this about me. I used to have a problem in my 20s. That was one of the ways that I was fixing and healing myself. And I was overspending and shopping. And I would spend money I didn't have and had credit debt that I did not need. And it was frightening because I would put myself at risk to not have money for rent. That is the same as any addiction, where you put yourself at risk for losing things that matter to you. So my cousin Myrna says, I like that. A man who eats a whole pie is not... So what I want to say to you is this. Anything you do for comfort that is nurturing and loving works. Wrapping yourself up in a blanket, watching a great movie, having some hot cocoa, whatever you need to do to comfort yourself. It's okay to reminisce. It's okay to look at old pictures and celebrate people that you love. It's okay to say goodbye that people have left you. It's okay to say, you know what, they weren't for me. They weren't meant for me, because if they were, they'd still be in my life. And for some reason, God, the universe, and all that is divine knew to move them out of my life, because there's something different that's intended for me. And when we love and love each other, whether it's through the holidays, through the new year, or through the rest of your life, you want unconditional love. You don't want a love that comes with strings, attachments, requirements, perfectionism. That's crap. I'm just going to say right now. So no one and nothing on this universe is perfect. So we have to accept each other with our faults and our flaws and find the best people for us, the people that can love us through our faults and our flaws. Those are your real people. That's your tribe. Okay? Ian is talking about diagnosing. Axis 4, keep stress cortisol levels low. For any diagnosing, we're now on the DSM-5. Well, we're talking clinical talk now. So these are terms in mental health when you're going to give someone a diagnosis if they're suffering from a mood disorder or stress. So your general access, global functioning, you have to keep low, because otherwise your stress levels go high and it's not worth it. The shopping's not worth it. Bagging 100 presents is not worth it. Running around till midnight, none of that. Unless you're in absolute joy while you're doing it and singing every holiday song that your little heart desires. If it's stressing you out, you need to stop. Change your game. Turn around and do something different. Get on your knees, talk to a friend, sit down and go watch an old movie, go into a hot bathtub, go get a massage, whatever it is. If this holiday stuff is stressing you out, it is not worth it. You are worth more than any of those presents. Always and forever, you are worth more than anything under your tree. And if you don't have a tree, you're worth more than not having a tree. You're worth it because you're breathing, because you're alive, because you have a purpose, because you're meant to be here, and no one takes that away from you. No one ever takes away from you your purpose on this earth. And it ain't about presents, and it ain't about lights, and it ain't about, I got no lights outside this year. I'm not even going to get you started about how I could not make that happen. And it's okay, because this is my purpose right now, right? So you all wake up tomorrow and tell yourselves, if I didn't get that perfect present for whoever, it don't matter. I can love them. I can invite them to my house and give them food. I can take them out for a walk or for lunch or coffee. It doesn't have to be a big thing to show people you love them. And that's the best present, isn't it? And that's the best way for all of us to reduce our stress, right? Is to give love and share love and be open and be kind and let all this other nonsense go. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, don't beat yourself up, because you're doing the best that you can with what you got. And that's the truth, okay? I don't have anything up yet. Yeah, Terry, trust me, it's okay. It's really okay. Whatever you need to do, it might just be one little thing. And you might just put like a decorated little teddy bear and set it on your sofa and be in joy. Or just throw a scarf on yourself and say, I'm good. So just keep going, okay? Thank you, Venice. I'm asking you to tell me again if I'm pronouncing that right. Thanks for the words. Thanks for helping others. And Sobriety from North Carolina. Never get blown up by someone else's hand grenades. That's right, Ian. I love that. Harmony Heals, 1-800-426-5943. Send love, send joy. Thank you, my cousin. You always give to everyone. You are so special. Bless you. Thank you, Mimi. You are too. You're my special cousin. She just makes me so happy when I see her. I don't care how I see her. Facebook, social media, FaceTime. She's in Miami and I'm here. So we've been far away from each other for 30 years now. And that's the only unfortunate thing about our relationship. But our relationship has endured a 30-year distance, because when you love someone 100% fully from your heart, it never, ever goes away. So please hold on to that. Go love the people that you love. If you can't be with the one you love, love the one you're with, right? And stay away from the people that you don't, and that will reduce your holiday stress. And I am sending you all love and kindness and hope and inspiration and healing and blessing to everyone and anyone who's ever listened to my live or will ever listen to my live. And my thoughts and prayers are with you guys, that you get through this holiday and you find a new sense of purpose and relief and joy in the new year. And that if you're struggling and healing like I've been for a year with any kind of illness, that you will be liberated from that and you will find new strength and new hope in the new year. Bless you all. I look forward to seeing you again next Thursday at 6 p.m. God willing, I'm still here and sitting straight up and and well. Don't forget to reach out to us for guidance, questions. Harmony Heals Detox and Rehab, 1-800-426-5943. We'll set you on the right path, give you whatever we can in terms of guidance and support. We may not be the right place for you, but we want to help you. Your loved ones, your family members have questions and they need guidance and support. We want to be a resource for you and get you on the right path as best as we can. So I thank you. Brown one, same to you from Australia. And Chris, night, and thank you again. God bless you. And thank you, Ian, for chiming in and giving good hope and advice as well. I really appreciate it. And Terry, thank you so much. I don't know how I found you, but you're a real wonderful person. Thank you, Karen. I'm so excited I've found you. Keep up the videos. I love them. And I love you. Thank you for saying that. Merry Christmas. I needed this too, because it sure has lifted my spirits. I've been feeling crappy all day today. After my surgery, I've just been, ooh. So thank you. Love, and remember to keep your stress down. God bless you all. Send me questions and comments. And please tell me, what do you want me to talk about next week? Because otherwise, I'll just keep talking. Bless you all. Good night.